Crank that whole sound, son.
Yeah, I get that dope and then flip it. I fuck that bitch and then quit it. Don't waste my time smoking midgets. Got Tampa Bay on the fitted. You know I'm smoking strong.
What up? StackNWood podcast. We back, man. Live streaming through Twitch. We here with some more topics. You know what I'm saying? More news, more opinions. Here we go. Oh, this is our first topic of the day. Damn, my bad.
I told you to look at the list, man.
My bad. Let me pull the list up so I can have it. You sent it to my profile?
Yep. But even still, you can see it in the sent messages.
Oh, shit. Okay, we got, the 17-year-old accused of stabbing and killing another student, at a high school track meet was provoked according to his father. Full story. Okay. Ohio teacher arrested after allegedly paying student to kill a strange husband. Hey, who the fuck this jit is? Like, hold on, because this say that, but then it got that.
None of this makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, none of this makes sense. We just got to skip.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's talking about the Carmelo. This seems like in that right there, they talking about the Carmelo Anthony case. But then they got a picture of this. Oh man, they done messed us up.
Yeah, we just got to move along.
I mean, is the Carmelo Anthony thing on the list?
Not today, but we'll come back around to it.
Okay, yeah. So
We gonna have to.
Ja Rule saying that 50 Cent is a rat. Talking about he got some paperwork to have paperwork on 50. Do we got a what's the next? Go to the next slide. I don't believe this shit. You can't even see that shit. Go ahead and lie. Tell these good people the paperwork fake so I can send this next shot. We got receipts. Boo boo. How do you call another man boo boo?
So we got gang assault in first degree, assault first degree, assault second degree, 3 defendants.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see. It says
some penal codes. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
That the defendant, which intent to cause serious physical injury to another person and aided by 2 or more persons. Oh shit. I'm trying to read the part, okay. The part that's motherfucking circle. Oh, it say his name right there. It says face and body of informant Curtis Jackson. Yeah, it's saying, okay, which of the above described defendants acting in, I don't know what that is. That's a concert or something. Acting in something with each other and with other something individuals repeated punch about the face and body of informant Curtis Jackson. Then it's another one. Yeah. I mean, it say informant Curtis Jackson. What did 50 have anything to say about this? What did 50 ain't have no response? Like what was like? Hey, now I remember a long time ago. Damn, I was probably like 20. I was working at at a Walmart in fucking I was working at a fucking Walmart in Orlando. And it was some Spanish guys that worked there. They was from New York. And I had said something about 50 Cent, and then they was like they was like, man, he's a fucking he's a fucking police. It's like, why you think his name 50? 50. Like, I just thought they would be, oh no. Oh no.
That's funny.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what they said.
Nah, it's an underground documentary about how he got his name and and all that. But that's a fun spin.
Okay, man, I want to know what.
Ja Rule and 50 Cent are.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't want that. I wanted them. I guess 50 ain't said nothing about it. At least I don't see no response to it. But shit, this fucking paperwork. Like, shit, what the fuck? I mean, it say informant Curtis Jackson, unless it's another Curtis Jackson. Hey, man, I don't know. I like filth. But if he done fucked up, then...
You ever looked into Ja Rule's side of the story of the beef?
Ja Rule side of it?
Ja and Irv Gotti?
Oh, I mean, well, shit, this goddamn beef go back so far, but he responded because of the bullshit that 50 posted when Irv Gotti died.
Yeah. Like this is what they always do. Anytime they say anytime 50 say anything about Ja, and then he bring up the paperwork. Like this has always been a stance on it. Like 50 Cent's always been a snitch, or or a rat, or whatever they want to call that. Like, that's always been the argument. But 50's 50.
I mean, hey man, but hey, he done posted his paperwork. I don't even know, like
This paperwork been posted a million times over.
this same one.
Yeah, this is nothing new.
I ain't never seen this before.
That's why I asked if you ever heard their side of it.
I mean, are you talking about this or the whole beef period when you saying that?
This involves that beef. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you were talking about like this instance or you talking about the whole thing when you say their side of it.
Well, this instance is part of their side.
The paperwork.
Yeah.
But this is part of their side for the whole reason that they beefing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that might have came. I mean, because I know the. I don't know. I really can't remember. I know 50 Cent, like, you know, before 50 Cent before we knew who he was already beefing with that nigga. But I don't really know why. I can't remember why. I remember watching the little thing about it. Oh, well, it was part of when they brought I saw it on Evolution of Hip Hop. I done seen it in other places too, but the recent thing I saw it in is Evolution of Hip Hop, and you know they go through all the rappers, through all the eras, and then 50 come up, and they go to talk about it. But it was like, and the one guy who had something to do with him getting shot 9 times, that dude who was on Ja Rule's side, I think he was on American Gangster. He used to rob banks or some shit. I think that's that same dude. I was like, damn. But that dude told 50 Cent to stop fucking with Ja Rule. Like this, we knew who Ja Rule was at this point. We didn't know who 50 Cent was yet. And he ain't stopped fucking with him. So, but I'm trying to see, dude, like, what, I mean, what, go to 50 shit.
50 always had these allegations over him from the whole Murder Inc.
I'm trying to see if he had anything to say. He don't look like he done posted nothing about it.
He ain't never going to. What you expect him to do?
I mean, he have a response to everything else.
Nah, man.
He got a response to everything else, but he ain't responding to this. I mean, I don't know that. I don't think that ain't. I don't think that look good. You calling other people rats. I don't know.
50 Cent represents the best and the worst of us cancers.
Shit, I guess so, man. But I mean, ain't no claim to have paperwork. He posted the paperwork. But who's to say? I don't know. I mean, do it look fake? Do it look fake to you?
Oh, nah.
Do it look legit?
Damn time that I've seen it posted, it never looked fake.
So you think it's true then?
I mean, it's
because it says informant Curtis Jackson. So, like, if you think the paperwork real,
yep,
and it says what it says, then what can you do? It says what it says. It's crazy. Old Fifth, man. Hey, man, 50 Cent might be a rat. That's all I gotta say. Hey. I mean, you say this done been posted. This is my first time ever seeing this. So, but you say this been posted on social media by Ja Rule more than once.
Bruh, we talk about this shit for decades.
I ain't never talked about this.
Except for that. Not you. I'm saying this has been in circulation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't never seen nobody talk about this till now. Like, Like I say, the one Spanish dudes told me that. That was like in 2009 when they said that.
That's where they got it from.
That was like 2009 because I specifically remember I was 20 years old when I was working at that Walmart.
Oh, nigga. I was just 19.
Yeah. But so this dude for me, this new for me right here. Like I don't know what to do with this.
Would that change how you feel about him? Or is it too soon?
I mean, kinda. Like I ain't gonna stop watching his shows and shit. Like I ain't gonna stop watching Raising Katie. Like I'm pissed off that he finna end fucking that. I think that fourth season probably was always gonna be the last season. Cause ain't no way you just go because they already had them film. I mean, but I don't know, they can do anything at any time. So cause they saying it's the final, like they showing the trailer for it. They saying it's the final season. But I kind of see the way it was going. Maybe it had one more season anyway, just cause how far. I feel like if it was gonna be a long series, it wouldn't have moved as fast as it moved.
I mean, what's funny is eventually that story would have had to converge with him meeting Rick Ross.
I thought it would go all the way up until the point that he went to jail. So I thought it was going to be a long series because it's so much shit. Mm-hmm. Like, them niggas sold drugs on a high ass level for like over 20 years and not getting caught. Like, and then you go to getting into the early 2000s when they really started becoming, when people started knowing who they was, like, and like, you know, they had shit going, like, cause see where they at in the series now, they already like he already taking over Atlanta. Cause Atlanta was like became his main stomping ground outside of Detroit because he noticed that how Atlanta was built and structured, it only made he could see that it was gonna become what it is now because everything, like he saw that there's a way to every other place when you leave Atlanta. You can go this. Like he saw the roads and he saw how the roads and shit was. Like they showed this in the show, and he like this to be a good place for distribution because it leads out to everywhere. Like so, and then it's like he had shit going on in Florida. When that motherfucker went to jail, it was a dude in Orlando that went to jail that he had a car dealership and he sold expensive cars. Like he had shit going on everywhere. Like so like that shit could have been a long series. Cause right now he's still young. Right now they still supposed to be like either in their early 20s. Or maybe even, I mean, I know they're not teenagers no more. So they got to be like in their early 20s. Nigga didn't go to jail till he was 36.
Yeah, the story left. But right now they dealing with 50 Cent.
But I just wonder how they go end it. If this gonna be the last, how they go end it? Is it gonna end with them going to jail or what? But I don't know. 50 Cent a rat. This shit a rat-a-tat-tat on a rat-a-tat-tat tat-a-tat-tat-tat. But I don't know, man. What y'all think out there? Y'all think he a rat? I don't know, man. He damn sure ain't responding to this. That ain't no good sign. That ain't no good sign, man. Fifth ending shows and shit. Like, what the fifth, man? Ending shows over fuse. Well, I like BMF, man. I don't want that bitch to end. They already ending timing. Shit. But shit, man, we got our next topic. You know, Calabasas police have reported an altercation with your boy on DeMar DeRozan at a restaurant. This motherfucker done beat a bitch up, shit, for putting a camera in his face. That nigga, I think he boomed that nigga ass. Whoa.
I'll have to restart that. That take a second to load.
I don't know how he ended up on the ground, but his ass was there. He finna try to sue his ass. She said, let him go, D, let him go. That nigga still trying to go at his ass. He said, you my hero. He ain't like that LeBron or some damn body. I mean, DeMar DeRozan alright. Like, he a good player, but he ain't no legend or no shit like that. He might not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, DeMar, they're trying to kick me out for no reason. Come on, man. Don't walk up on me. Don't walk up on me. Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone.
That's what he moved his ass.
Yeah, DeMar, they're trying to kick me out for no reason. Come on, man.
Like, okay, now witness reports obtained by TMZ indicate that the situation escalated when a man who appeared to be a fan approached DeRozan with a bright light from his phone. In response, DeRozan was captured knocking the phone out of the man's hand. It was reported that the man sustained injuries and received assistance from an ambulance. Man, that nigga was back up trying to get his damn phone back. Look at my phone. You my hero. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Like, I mean, I don't know if I mean legally if DeRozan did anything wrong because he came up in his face like I don't know, maybe.
I mean, how would you feel you're sitting there eating a plate and some stranger walk up to you with his phone out? Like, and all you see is you on a bitch live.
Yeah, like, no, I don't think. I mean, personally, I don't think. I'm just looking at it from a legal standpoint because, I mean, he invaded his personal space, and he knocked the phone like he didn't. Oh, but then we can't really tell what happened because he knocked the phone down. Then the other video, we see the dude already on the ground. But like, yeah, I understand from the standpoint here. Yeah, like I'm saying now, he just coming in a bitch face with a phone, and then just go to recording them. I mean, you recording the motherfucker. Like, because you live in this damn sushi restaurant you ain't never been to before. What the fuck? What the fuck you live in there for anyway? At least in that way. But it's like shit. You coming up in this man's face, he don't know what the hell you trying to do. You ain't got time for this shit. If you just would have walked up, hey, what's up, man? Like, you know what I mean? You my favorite player. Can I get a picture? Like, you should have said some shit like that. Then he could have said, yeah, no. And then you going on about your fucking business.
He walked up like he knew him.
Yeah, hey, the Rose, and they trying to kick me out. What the fuck? Is he like he was already in trouble? Probably because he in there recording. Then you recording with a big ass light on. So a bitch know you recording something, dumbass. People record themselves in restaurants and shit all the time, but they don't get in trouble because they probably ain't got their fucking light on.
Bruh, low-key trying to get me kicked out too, because now you making it seem like I brought you in here. Like you already in trouble. I don't even know who you are. And then you talking about somebody the rule, they try to kick me out. Like, bro,
yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Like, what the fuck? I'm sitting down here minding my own business, chilling with my people. You just come out of nowhere with this bullshit. Hey, man, like, what the fuck? You bring all this, like, it's like I'm sitting here chilling. No, nothing going on. I'm just having a good time with my people. Cause it looked like he was with that girl. Cause she was like, D. She was calling him D. Like she knew him. But it's like, and then you bringing trouble to me. It ain't even like you just coming by yourself and you say, hey, DeRozan, what's up? No, you say, hey, DeRozan, they trying to kick me out. Like, what the fuck? Man, that man nigga with shades on and shit, he just turned the light on just then.
Mm-hmm.
For real, like you already caused a commotion. Then you bring the commotion to this man on top of motherfucking recording. Like, I don't know, DeRozan go get it. He probably gonna try to sue.
Bro, like, that's okay. I need to see what the phone looked like, because that's crazy. He turned the flash on the front. So is he holding the phone backwards? Like, he got the phone pointing at himself, or he got the screen looking at him? He looking at the screen.
I don't know. I think some cameras have a front flash.
Okay.
I think some phones have a front flash. They might. Either way, you tell that when he turned it on. Either that bitch on the front or the back, but he could have had the back of the phone to him. Like, you know how to position that bitch the way you know where is it. Like, you know enough to where it's gonna catch you.
Yep.
Or either he had a phone with a front flash on it. But the fan is completely wrong in this whole situation. Cause then we don't know what happened after he knocked the phone down. But he was saying, let me get my phone. So I don't know. There you go. So DeRozan probably could have, you know, but we don't know. We can't see. He trying to get his phone back. Oh, that's when he rotated his ass. I don't know. He could have failed just trying to get the phone. Shit, we don't know. But he probably gonna got sued. He probably gonna try to sue. But this is a lesson to people, dog. Don't be running up on motherfuckers like that. Just like you ever heard Eminem when he was I am whatever you say I am. You ever heard that song? Like, shit. I had a decency to not come fucking with me when I'm feeding my fucking daughter. Like, what the fuck? Like, had you approached the man with like calmly and been like and said, hey man, you my favorite player. You know, I understand you I see you here eating or whatever. I just want to know if I could get a picture with you real fast. You know, and if he said no, then you just would have had to respect it. Now, if you would have came up there calmly and respectfully, and then he acted like that, then I'd be like, okay, dog, you tripping. Because at the end of the day, bitch, you know people know who the fuck you is. So if they coming to you respectfully, then you be respectful to them and just tell them and giving them a respectful no. I ain't saying you got to do whatever they want you to do, but you ain't got to snap on them. You could just be like, hey, man, you know, I'm chilling. I ain't trying to do that right now. And then that's where they got to respect your damn decision. Now, if they flip out on you because you tell them no, then now they tripping. Because at the end of the day, like, people, like, you know, ain't, just because they celebrities or stars or whatever, they not obligated to always want to give pictures and autographs and shit. At least I don't think they are. I think only when it's a little kid. I think if it's a kid, you can't tell them no. Hey, that nigga Anthony Mackie did though. But if you would tell a kid no, then hey, me myself personally, I wouldn't tell a kid no. Don't put it like that. But if you told a little kid no, you don't feel like it right now, I guess, hey, but I just think I would think you're wrong because you don't gotta do it. But it would have been nice. Like that would have been a cool moment, and you just ruined it. Like
you might have blocked a blessing you had that day.
Probably. Now a grown ass adult, especially because when it's a kid, you don't know what that little kid probably like. You sign that autograph, he fuck around become an NBA player because of that shit or some shit. Like,
bro, they said allegedly that Scottie Pippen turned down giving Future an autograph when he was legit, and that's how that shit turned around.
If that's
allegedly,
if that's true, that'll be wild. But hey, you never know who the little kids gonna become. Shit, a couple motherfucker that end up knocking your wife off. Now look at you.
And made a song about it.
Now you thinking about, man, I should have signed that autograph.
I mean, she probably would have did what she did, but it wouldn't have been with someone that you didn't sign an autograph for.
He probably was like, I'm looking for Scottie Pippen's wife. But yeah, man, like, you know, in this day and age, people be tripping, dog, and like this, you know, all this worshiping, motherfuckers be worshiping fucking celebrities and shit. It's cool to be inspired, like I like this person work, so it makes me want to do this type of work and be good at it, and you know, learn from observing them. Like, I think that's all right, but these motherfuckers be like, he don't want to be no NBA player. Maybe he did, but he knew it wasn't working out. But and all this worshiping and shit, man, it's okay to like a motherfucker, but maybe it ain't turned into this. I don't know, but hey, man, y'all be careful out there, man. Don't be running up on people. You never know how they gonna react. Like they say, you never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You never meet them. Shit.
Never meet them.
Cause you don't know who they are outside of what they do. Not that DeRozan did anything. I don't think DeRozan did anything wrong. Like, me myself personally, I don't know what the law gonna have to say about that. But me, I don't think he did nothing wrong. But
yeah, from a legal standpoint, you know, I mean, that's where he fucked. Like,
yeah, he might have done so. I don't know. Because I don't know if him just coming putting that camera in his face. But then again, we don't know what happened once the camera fell. All we hear him saying is, let me get my phone.
We know he snatched his phone, and from there, I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, he ain't snatch it. He knocked it out of his hand. Soon he came up there, he was like, man, he knocked it. Then that bitch came out of his hand, and it fell on the ground. The phone immediately went on the ground. And then he trying to look like he was trying to pick it up. But once the camera fall, we don't know what happens. So I don't know. You see the camera on the ground and he stood up. Like you saw him, like the camera on the floor.
Look like that bitch in his hand.
See, it looked like he grabbed it.
Okay.
Like he grabbing it right there.
Yeah. That bitch in his hand.
But then he go back like he go back down.
Yeah.
Like, but you don't know what happened. But see, because I don't know, doing that, I don't think he'll be in trouble for that because you came into my personal space with this phone, like, disturbing me. Get that shit out of my face. But I don't know. It looked like DeRozan was the aggressor, though. But, hey, don't beat your heroes, man. Especially on that dumb shit. All right, next topic, we got Tracy Ellis Ross. You know what I'm saying? The lady from Girlfriends, Diana Ross' daughter. She in her 50s. I think she like 52, 53. And she claims that she only dates younger men. Now, I don't know. I don't know what younger men actually means, because I think when people first hear that, they like, she 53 and she dating 20-year-olds. But a younger man could be 45. A younger man could be 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe she'll give her age, but let's check it out. She talking to Michelle Obama, ain't her? I think she talking to Obama.
Talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Harish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's really fun to share.
Tracy tales.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that. Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is, but a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised.
Who the hell is?
Oh, I think this is where people just start commenting on it.
That's a dude talking about I actually agree with her reason. Age often equates to more life experience. That ain't even what she said. She ain't say nothing about no trauma. Like, maybe she was talking about a negative norm, but she was specifically talking about because a lot of men in their 50s was raised traditionally. So that's the type of relationship they're going to be looking for, and she just ain't down with that. Because, obviously she a feminist. But I don't think these guys in their 50s, that's toxic masculinity, even though they try to say that's just masculinity.
That ain't what she's saying, though.
Yeah, but they keep saying toxic masculinity.
She said it only becomes an issue when a woman wants to rebel. Pretty much saying all that shit good until she want to start doing her own thing, then all of a sudden what you doing is toxic. Like, that's what she's saying.
So I guess she tried to take up for him.
Yeah.
For the men.
She just saying that the young men are just willing to agree more.
Yeah,
on what
yeah,
she
yeah.
wanna
Of
do
course,
than
yeah,
someone her
younger
age.
men. But I want actually, if they that young, I mean, if they doing that, then they gotta be they gotta be at least in their 30s. But you say, like you say, you're dating younger men.
Same thing. Same thing.
She doesn't want to deal with the annoyance that come with dating a man her age and would rather date a younger man with fewer issues. Men do the same thing, but that's called grooming. I'm just glad I'm younger than Tracy. But I mean, it gotta be dudes that's young that ain't got too much. And she probably footing the bill. But how long that's gonna suffice? Cause you're dating younger men. You're not with one. I think Trick Daddy said he wanted a younger woman then. Yeah, but I'm saying like come lay down, we need to talk. That's crazy how he got fat like that. But yeah, I mean, man, listen, I feel like, hey man, people do what the fuck they want to do. That's what she want to do. Like you say, she dating younger men. You ain't married to a younger man. But maybe she don't want to get married. I just think for the most part with everybody, so a young nigga got a chance. But it's like, I mean, hey man, like people do, hey, that's what they was, yeah, what she want to do. And then cool, shit. It's just that I guess with everybody, the whole thing is when an older man say he want a younger woman, then it's a problem. But when but she's saying that everybody like cool. So I really don't have a problem really with neither. Cause I mean, it's what the fuck people do. Like this shit happens a lot. Like me myself personally, if I'm 53, I don't want a 23-year-old. That's just me. Like but hey, some motherfuckers want to do that shit, man. Hey, my thing is, everybody have a problem with what the fuck. Like, if that shit ain't illegal, and they ain't hurting nobody, and motherfuckers are consenting, then it ain't too much for you to be mad about. Like, it's consensual, it's legal, like, but everybody got a problem with it. It's like anybody have an opinion about something, of a preference. It's somebody out there trying to demonize them for it, for some type of reason. Like, hey, if that's what makes her happy, or if it's a guy he want a younger woman, and that's what's gonna make him happy, and then let them do what the fuck they gonna do. Shit, let the results be the motherfucking judge. But hey, I really want to talk about this next topic though. We got Wallow, say he sparked the debate, talking about black businesses and saying like, hey, we shouldn't just be fucking with black businesses just because they black businesses. But let's see, we'll see what he say.
Us. Oh, I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit.
Now.
Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material on your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them bills where the fuck I wanna spend it at. Grab his Porsche, Ferrari, I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto. Us. Oh, I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Yeah. Either you got a good business or you don't.
Now I think Wallow, I think a lot of people, I mean, I don't know, they say he got some backlash for this. What's some of the comments? Let's see what they had to say. Support black business had me waiting 2 hours for some oxtail tacos. This is the type of conversation we need to have. Customer service. Like, people talk about these few people in the comments, like they on the right track. As a black business owner, I agree. Customer service quality should matter before your skin color. And see, all these people, these the customers. You're gonna take a black business owner and be like, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Keith Lee was trying to tell you nicely. Yep, that was a thing one time. You know who Keith Lee is?
Shit, I forgot.
He
coming to me right now.
He was I'm pretty sure he probably still doing it, but he was doing food reviews, like going to different spots, all like over the country, like different cities, going to different restaurants, but they wasn't like big restaurants, like they just like, you know, small little restaurants, you know, not like, I mean, not saying they wasn't like popular restaurants, but it wasn't like he was going to some name brand shit that we know, like a chain or nothing like that, because he was going to certain restaurants in Atlanta, Chicago, like just different cities, and he'll try the food and give them like an overall review. And for some people, for a lot of people, it was helping them because he was popular on social media. But then people was gaining business and stuff. And then he was going to food trucks and shit. He went to a food truck and paid their ass. Like, I think he paid them enough money where they could get everybody something free for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave some more money. Like, so, but he went to this one restaurant in Atlanta, and he just like, and he had a lot of he basically gave them a bad review because I think he had to wait a long time for the food. The customer service wasn't good, and I don't think the food was that bad, but, and you know, that struck a whole debate about this back then when he with that. So this kind of like that same thing. That's why he put in that. But it's like, yeah, man, because, and then sometimes the food do be good, but everything else is bad. Not that the restaurant dirty or nothing, but y'all customer service ain't good. Y'all taking forever. Like, you know, but yeah, like you just because you like, we don't need to support you just because you black. Like, it needs to be a balance. Yeah, we want to support you because you're black, but we also want you to give us good customer service and a good product, whatever it is. Whether it's a restaurant or whatever kind of business you running, you gotta have customer service and a good product. People, we don't spend our money with white people because they white. They just happen to be white. We don't buy Nike just because it's white people. We buy Nike because we actually like the fucking shoes. You know, and they use the basketball players and athletes and stuff to market them, but I don't give a damn. If I don't like the shoe, I ain't in certain Jordans I'm not gonna buy because I don't like them ones. like I don't like every single retro pair of Jordans. I don't like every single pair of Jordans. I like the Jordans, the ones that I like. Like, if I don't like the shit, I don't give a fuck what the brand is or if they black, white. I don't give a fuck who they is. If I don't like the product, I'm not buying it. So to sit up there and be like, oh, well, you spend your money with the white people because they got the product that I like. I'm not, the motherfucker ain't thinking about what color they is when we go to spend our damn money. Even though we pretty much already thinking they white because white people own most of every fucking thing anyway. But we not thinking, oh shit, I'm buying this because they white. No. We like the fucking product. It's plenty of black people that get a whole lot of business because their customer service is good and they product good, whatever it is that they selling. It's just that it's another group of motherfuckers that's not doing that and they complaining. Even Ocho Cinco was like, yeah, you can't be saying all that. Just like, I'm like, what, bro? You part of the fucking problem. Shit. Because it was this one restaurant in Atlanta, they was like, they don't do, it was like all this shit, like you can't call in and all this shit. And then they had some shit like saying, only person who can do that is they Obama. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about? But for real, dog, like, you know, it do be a lot of black people out there like that. They just, sometimes they think customer service don't matter. And sometimes they got a good product, but they customer service ain't good. And they thinking just because it's good, that's all they did. It was like, nah. The only time you could do that is if you serving some type of food that people know gonna take a long time to prepare. Like, if somebody selling seafood and they selling crabs and shrimp and stuff like that, like, you know that shit ain't gonna be hot soon as you get there. We know that. Like, it's certain things that we know gonna take a little second. That's like if you go to a food truck. You know you go to a food truck, you gonna be waiting a little second. You ain't finna order that shit and then as soon you give him the money, he gonna hand you the food and you gonna walk off like it's McDonald's. Like, it ain't gonna work like that. But you already prepared for that when you go to a food truck because you know the setup is different. They can only make this shit so fast. So you don't really trip. But you know, you got some of these restaurants, even I done been to a restaurant in Atlanta. We sitting here like 10 minutes before a bitch came over here. We looking over at the niggas in the back like, do the motherfuckers work here or they just hanging out? Like, but yeah, man, you can, like, people need to start making shit race. All this shit, like, that shit be crazy, all this race shit. Because I'm black, or because they white, or because this. Like, man, listen. I think there's racism, and I maybe you could say the system is rigged, but I think it was more so rigged more against the black people from then, because they ain't have a lot of as much as knowledge as we do. But it's like now we got way more knowledge. Like, I don't know how is the system still rigged? I mean, even if the system is rigged, bitch, you should know how to finesse it by now. like I don't know if the system is rigged against black. I really don't think the system is rigged against black people. It's rigged against poor people. We just happen to be the number one poor motherfucker. In which we were, you know, targeted to be the number one poor motherfucker back in the day. But it's like, shit. In my opinion, I think crack is the one thing that's like, they did so many things to hold black people back, and it didn't work. But shit, crack, boy, that did it. That's what I mean, to be honest with you, that's what I think. Because even in the 60s, the 70s, black people were still doing shit. Like, but that crack, that's what we suffering from right now. That shit. That's what I think. Me, myself, personally. Well, like, fuck all that shit. And, you know, and we took part in that. You know? As sad as it is, we took part in that. Because, like, you know, and I mean, I guess sometimes you may have certain banks that don't want to give black people loans and business loans and shit, but hey, sometimes and maybe that ain't right, but shit, you know, some black people be like, okay, fuck it. If I gotta take this business loan with this high ass motherfucking interest rate, then shit. And I get it, like you probably shouldn't have to do that. But I don't think every single nigga you think every single black person that's trying to get a business loan is getting a high interest rate? If they going in there with good credit and all that shit.
Depending on from what point of view you looking at.
What you mean?
You talking about now?
I'm talking about like now, because people still say that now. Like, you know, as of now.
I wouldn't know how to track it for like now.
Because people still saying that. You know, it's still hard for black people to get business loans and stuff. And if they is get them, they getting high interest rates.
Probably still true.
But it's like, I don't know, you think every single black person is getting a high interest loan and they going in there with good credit and everything?
I know that I know people with 700 credit scores and still can't get the loan that they qualify for.
See, then it's like, is that because they black? That be the thing. See, that shit like Dr. Umar said on that Hidden Colors documentary, which I'm telling y'all need to go watch this. It's a 5-part documentary. Got 5 parts called Hidden Colors, and it's on Facebook. The full episodes. They're like 2-hour episodes. Each one is like 2 hours. I watched the first 4. I still ain't watched the 5th one. But it's a lot of information on that shit. Then man, they got Dr. Umar on there, even Killer Mike, fucking Nas. But then they got all these other black scholars, and y'all done seen these people in other places. Like, y'all done seen these black people talking about certain topics on fucking social media. Like, if you watch it, you gonna be like, I recognize him or I recognize her. You know, but they other black scholars and stuff who just know about, who done they research on so many things that we don't know about. But Dr. Umar was on there, he was saying, you know, racism can be hidden in everyday human error. And that be the thing. Like, how can you actually prove that this is because they black? Like, it's like racism is one of those things that you gotta catch a bitch red-handed to actually prove. So it's like, you know, and that's why it's like, I think it's like you have a divide between black people on this subject. Like, you have some black people that feel like ain't no racism no more. You got every opportunity as everybody else. Like, you know, which I believe that to a certain, like, I think black people can be what they want to be today. Like, whatever it is you want to be, I think you can do it. I mean, would you have to go through some bullshit? Maybe, probably, but it can get done. Like, I don't think it's impossible for a black person to be anything. Whatever it is they want to be, I don't think it's impossible for them to do it because they black. I don't think that. But I do think there are certain things out there trying to trip us up. But I don't think it's impossible for a black person to be anything in 2025. But that is true though. Like a lot of racism can be hidden in everyday human error. Especially like, you know, so it's like, because it could be like you just didn't get it. But it's like the only way you can prove it if you can see that every single black person didn't get it and every single white person did. That's probably like the only way. But as long as they sprinkle in some white people that didn't get it, sprinkle in some Spanish people that didn't get it, then they can always be like, well, see, maybe these black people just aren't cutting it. But I don't know, man. It's like, man, that shit crazy. But especially if you a black entrepreneur or trying to be a business owner or run a company, anything, customer service and having a good product, you need to have that. Everybody that's successful in business and whatever type of business they running, they making sure that their product is a good product and they know how to sell it to their audience. Now you got some motherfuckers like Spectrum, their product sucks. Some people get over it. They one of them. But how many fucking cable companies can you fuck with? Like, especially when they don't let you get everything. That's their loophole. You can't get everything, and certain areas don't have this and certain areas don't have that. So it's like, oh, you in a certain area, the only thing you can fucking get is Spectrum. How is that a thing? I had AT&T internet, my shit, I never had to worry about nothing. Nothing ever skipped, nothing. Now I got Spectrum, shit be skipping. Shit don't be loading sometimes. Shit be tripping. But AT&T never did. I never had no problem. But now I'm in an area that only offers Spectrum. And I think they said they trying to bring AT&T. I think they said they going to be offering AT&T in a little bit. But I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I don't get that. Why you be in certain areas and they don't offer this? So you got to get the bullshit. If everywhere offer everything, most people wouldn't have Spectrum. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know too many people who like Spectrum. But in those situations, it's different. But damn it, with a restaurant or anything else, damn it, I could go around the corner and go somewhere else. Don't stop thinking, man. I just know as black people, we damn sure can't be thinking everything is because we black. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's some things, but it's not every fucking thing. Sometimes take a look at what you doing and see if you fucking up somewhere. And if you fucking up somewhere, then that's probably the thing. That's probably what it is. You know? But hey, shout out to Wallow, man. The motivational speaker. He up there talking to them people. He talking like a regular ass nigga too. Like, fuck that shit. I came from the penitentiary.
The niggas probably paid $75 a ticket to see this man talk.
But bro, I remember in 2015, my old lady sister sent us a video and it was Dr. Umar talking. And he was like, you could tell he was in some little black owned business. It probably was like 20 people in that audience listening to him. Well, that was 2015. Fast forward 2025, how many people listening to him? Millions. I hope he start that school for real, dog.
No, yeah.
I was like, cause you know, people calling him a fraud and shit. And it's like, I don't know. Cause at this point, I just be feeling like at least what he be saying is good.
Good luck with that.
But it's like if he never open up this school, he a fraud. If he never open up the school, he a fraud.
You ain't gonna never see that school. Not in his lifetime, our lifetime. Shit, we'll sooner see a school dedicated to Dr. Umar Johnson for his inspiration at the idea of making a school for black kids. Like, shit, that'd probably be about 80 years after he died.
Because one thing about it, you can call him a fraud, but one thing you can say is the things he be saying, sometimes that shit be true. Like,
I could tell you the truth too. I could research the truth and come back and tell you the truth too. But shit, that don't make me no prophet.
I ain't saying he a prophet or no shit like that. I ain't never looked at him as that.
And that don't mean that I can't find it in myself to sell it to you. To sell it to you.
But shit,
I could give it to you for free.
But if he spit out the truth, that means you can listen. That don't mean you need to be like Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar.
Because it's all roads lead to his Cash App.
I ain't sending nobody
every road lead. He banned from GoFundMe. He banned from PayPal.
For real?
Yeah, like he keeps switching his LLC every couple years because the IRS be getting onto him. Yeah, you need to look up what this nigga be doing now. Yeah, he be telling the truth, all right, but he be selling the truth.
Yeah. For pride, and that's what all activists do.
Not all.
Well, it's about if you taking the money and actually doing what you say you're gonna do with it. It's just like being a politician.
He be tricking it, man.
Yeah, I mean he could be tricking it.
House together.
He could be tricking it, but but what I'm saying is, if somebody else was in that position, but they was actually taking that money and using it to build that school, and the school actually opened, then it ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you taking the money that the community is giving you and putting it back into the community. But you also shouldn't be using it for your personal benefit. Like you should be making money doing something else.
I'll say that for out of all the years that he been pushing this idea, if he was truly moving in line with God and in earnesty, then he would have been got the donations he needed. Like,
well, you know he not Christian.
I mean, in whatever he would believe in, like God don't have to mean,
Well, yeah. You right.
And he ain't moving in nothing. Like he not moving in nothing but manipulation. Like let me see it. He moving in nothing but manipulation and snake oil salesman tactics. Because like all these like we done seen Kanye West become a billionaire twice, and had his own church choir in Sunday service while Dr. Umar was doing this. Yeah, and he might lose it again too because of his divorce, but that's a different subject.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Well, hey man, if he a fraud, it's like damn, he can't get nothing. All the real ones gone. They shot him in the head. All right, man, we got Ye. Well, we got Boosie took to X. Because of what we about to show you. Ye called Boosie poor while on stream. Let's see what he said. I don't know why. What the fuck? I ain't like that shit. Like, what the fuck you gonna say some shit like that for, bro? The man ain't poor. I mean, he ain't got your money, but he ain't nowhere near poor.
I know that nigga smell poor. I ain't never met him. That nigga smell poor. That is poor. What the fuck from my smell? Yeah, Boozy gotta stop talking shit. But he there. That's what he there to do. They took a piece of shit and made him talk shit. He talking himself. He talking shit. But by the way, I know that nigga smell poor. I ain't never met him. It smells poor. You know, it is poor. What are you talking about smell? Yeah, Boozy gotta stop talking shit. But he there. That's what he there to do. They took a piece of shit and made him talk shit. He
Called him a piece of shit. Yeah, you better chill. Boosie gonna pull up. Hey man, what's all that you talking about? I'm poor. He said, I bet he smell poor. Then he said that nigga is poor. I mean, he not poor. Okay, he ain't no billionaire. Don't mean he poor now. It ain't billionaire or bust. Like that ain't how this shit work. Gonna get up there and then try to make it out. I don't like when people do that. Because it was a point where you had Lil Boosie money and you just kept going. But
it was a point when your life was changed with Lil Boosie money.
Yeah, like, you know, it was a point where you had Lil Boosie money, you was good, you was living nice, like, you know, shit. I don't know what point that was. Maybe when the first CD came out. You know, when the first album dropped. You know, once the album dropped, then you probably elevated out of Lil Boosie money. But at some point, you was at that level. Like, you went from zero to $1 billion. At what point you had zero? So at some point, you were at that level. I mean, I don't know what Lil Boosie worth, but I'm pretty sure he got some millions. I don't know how many million. That could be 2 or 3. But he got some millions of dollars.
I mean, gotta be at least 10 digits at least.
10 million? I mean, as his worth?
Yeah, as his overall worth.
Yeah, at least $10 million. Something like that.
At least in that range.
Like, so that I mean, if he worth $10 million, he could have $1 million in his bank account. And ain't no telling what type of money Boosie got off the books. Like, so, you know, like, so, like, the man ain't poor by any means. The man just built a housing complex, like a housing development thing for low income housing. So the man ain't broke by any means. And they say he smelled poor. I don't know. I just feel like he was just on some, I don't know, that was like some rich white people shit. No family, kids, barely around him. He actually the poor one. So you better lay low.
You want to stop chewing at him on the mic.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Bad etiquette. But he definitely not poor. Let's be real. So that's a mature response coming from Boosie. I'm surprised. Yeah, that's all he wrote. You know, Boosie, he go in. But I don't know, man. I just didn't. When I heard him say it, I was like, man, that just sound
cringe.
Yeah, like he smelled poor. Like it's like you looking down on him that much. Like, so what, he stink? Like he stink? Like he stinks? Like what the fuck are you like? And then you call him a piece of shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's a piece of shit. You know, he do a lot of shit I don't agree with, but I ain't gonna say the man a piece of shit. Some might argue you are. Like, to be honest, I ain't saying neither one of these dudes are pieces of shit, but an argument can go both ways. Like, I don't know what he thinking about. Your ass about to go, you about to be divorced again. So you can't keep no woman. With all the billions you got, you can't keep a woman. That's crazy. So to be talking about this man, you know, besides one of his children that done went sideways, but we know that girl mama done corrupted her, because they got videos of when she was a little girl, like 6 and 7 years old, loving her daddy. Now she grown, she don't like him. What the fuck wrong? I'm happy. But other than that, all his kids fuck with him. Like, he like all his kids like him. Like, I ain't saying your kids don't like you, but you can't even see your kids right now. But I think that was some bad talking down though, but that was you tripping. You know, but hey, like Boosie said, yeah, you better chill out. Chill out. Take that grill out your mouth. All right, man. Shit, you want to close it off today with this? Oh, no, we can end it with the what you call it and shit. We gotta say, you gotta talk too long about that. That could be like a small announcement. Well, okay, next topic. You know, Stephen A. Smith explains why he has never been in any career-ending scandals. Amid the Shannon Sharpe controversy, there are certain behaviors you never have to worry about me engaging in. Let's hear what he got to say. He talking shit.
Thinking beyond myself, just thinking about the world that we live in terms of the podcast stratosphere and everything like that. A lot of people want to walk around thinking you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. You could your own operation. You don't have to answer to anybody. That's not true. I've had people open their mouth and they've said, Stephen A., you work for ESPN. What kind of control do you really have? This is my podcast. This is my YouTube show. I own this. But if you think for 1 second that I could just do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and there's not going to be any repercussions, you're clueless. And you're destined to fail and fall on your face.
Are they beefing with each other?
I'm not talking about Shannon Sharpe. I'm not talking about Shannon Sharpe. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about a climate that we're living in. Some people sit up there and they look at me and they say, Stephen A. don't get himself in this kind of trouble. How does he pull it off? Well, first of all, there's certain behaviors and proclivities that you never have to worry about me engaging in. But most importantly than that, I often say this about Walt Disney. I'd rather work for a place with standards than one looking for them. You know why? Because lines are drawn. And I never have to worry about crossing them, because guess what? I've got something there reminding me, hold on. You don't need to do that. It's not a silo. I'm not by myself. I don't get to operate in any way that I want without having to worry about ramifications or repercussions. I always have to be concerned about that. So I'm challenged every day to come on the airwaves and think about the ramifications and repercussions of anything that I do. Constantly. And because of that, that's an additional guardrail to secure me from putting myself in a position that could jeopardize myself, my show, my brand, my family, the company that I work for, and anything like that. Again, I'm not talking about Shannon right now.
Oh, you weren't in there.
It felt like it was looping. It wasn't looping?
No, it had. It just
did
did though, so
the
he was done.
podcast stratosphere and everything like that.
Now it done loop.
Want to walk around.
Well, it did there a little bit, so it was done basically. But like he said, he wasn't talking about Shannon Sharpe specifically, but hearing everything he said, you can't help but think about him, because he basically did the opposite of everything he was saying. But I understand what he was saying. Like, you can't sometimes. Now, we know that Shannon Sharpe didn't do nothing wrong. Like, we all believe this is a shakedown. It's just that he put himself in a situation that he could be shook down. Like, because I don't think he did what this, like they said, this girl done engaged in a lot of this type of behavior with other people. You know? And it was like, you know, even on the call, he's like, you could tell how she was talking. It's like she was trying to get him to say something. But like he said, you can't just do whatever you want to do. Like he said, he'd rather work with a place. Like I wouldn't want to work nowhere where they just let everybody do what the fuck they want to do. I kind of work for a place like that. Nah, shit. Motherfuckers don't be working. Shit. But it's like, I get that. Like, I don't think nothing that Stephen A. said was wrong, because like I was hearing some people talk about this, and they was talking about the standpoint of, like, you know, who should be held accountable for this? As far as, like, well, of course we got to hold a woman accountable because she's lying. And if you a man with money, you shouldn't have to. You should be able, if everything you engage in is consensual, you're not forcing nobody to do nothing, and y'all two consenting adults, then you shouldn't have to, like, make people sign NDAs and all this type of stuff. But we live in a world where people lie. People do shit to try to get money. All type of stuff. So Shannon Sharpe should have done a better job of protecting himself. But this woman, if it turns out that she lying, I think women who do this and you lying and you just trying to get some money out of somebody and it's just a shakedown and none of this shit is true, then they need, it need to be more than just being bashed by public opinion. And cause some people ain't even bashing them, cause some people just holding Shannon Sharpe 100% accountable. Like, this all your fault. Mm-hmm. Because you should have known that this could happen to you, so you should have had things in place to prevent it. And he should have. But at the same time, it's just like, if somebody robs you, you just can't say it's all your fault you got robbed. Cause shit, if this motherfucker, if you remove the robber, then nothing happens. So, like, I think you have to hold people who are a victim in certain situations, not all such, because some shit just really ain't your fault. But, like, if you put yourself in a certain situation to be victimized, no, the perpetrator deserves way more responsibility for it than you, because if you remove that person, then nothing happens. But you also have to take accountability for your role in whatever happened. For instance, with Shannon Sharpe, this girl, an OnlyFans girl, she young. On top of that, she white. Like, just the dynamics of this shit don't sound good. Just big black, old black man, ex-football player, he still work out. Like, just, and then just the thought of the imagining of you choking this little white woman. Like, come on, man. Like, but at the end of the day, he didn't do nothing illegal. They engaged in something that was consensual. So you shouldn't have to protect yourself from something like that. But I think the women who do this, when they get caught lying, I think they should spend a minimum of 60 days in jail. Minimum 60. They need to be fined. And I think they need to, whatever that person, whatever type of lawyer fees that the accuser had to pay, you should have to pay some of that. Now, obviously, you probably ain't got, he probably got a lawyer and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars probably. So You probably can't pay all that back, but hey, she an OnlyFans girl. She might have it. But then again, this is what we'll do. We'll let you use your OnlyFans to make the money back. But once you pay the money off, then you're banned from the site forever. But let's just say instead of, maybe they got to pay 25% of that person's lawyer fees or something like that. But then you from OnlyFans, you need to be banned from that. Like this girl in particular should spend 60 days in jail, pay a fine, and also have to pay for some of these legal fees. And four, she should be banned from OnlyFans for life.
How she gonna pay the fees?
Shit, she better figure it out. Shit, she better go do porn or something. You better call Bang Bros. Shit, cause you ain't doing it on OnlyFans. But then let's say in this particular case, if it's involving, because all these cases don't involve an OnlyFans girl. That's another thing. They try to like, oh well, you should have known better because she was an OnlyFans girl. It's like that. Every OnlyFans girl is not out here fucking people over. There's plenty other girls that's doing the same thing that she doing with men with money, and they just keeping it cool. They taking their money or whatever they doing, and they good. They doing their business and going their separate ways. So every OnlyFans girl is not out here trying to gank a motherfucker, like the Jamie Foxx said when he Tyrone Capel. Raise up off of me, you trick. He said, be careful. They will try and gank you. Like, shit. But then you got girls that ain't on OnlyFans who would do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe her being an OnlyFans girl, maybe that heightens it, but I don't think so. It's all about who she is, whether she an OnlyFans girl or not. If you the type of bitch to try to get a motherfucker, you the type of bitch to try to get a motherfucker. But yeah, like but it need to be some type of repercussions for these accusing motherfuckers, and this shit not true. Because like he got it. At first Disney wasn't saying that, and he was still, coming on First Take and everything, but then just recently he had to step away for a little bit. He gonna step away until preseason football start. But which Disney told him either you step away or you get cut loose. Then he got $100 million deal he had coming. So I don't think he done lost all that stuff, but it's in the balance. Like, it can go either way. But yeah, and what other thing is, it don't seem like Stephen A is defending him the way he did Jay-Z. But at the same time, Jay-Z wasn't even there. Shannon Sharpe actually did something, but what he did wasn't wrong, but it was bad judgment. So maybe that's the difference, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, man. I had to go on my little rant about that, man. But hey, man, you gotta protect yourself, man. You a man with money. People, especially 2025, man, everybody recording and videotaping and receipts and all type of shit. So, man, hey, but like he said, man, you like basically what Stephen A saying is follow the fucking rules. Like, in a nutshell, like shit. Hey, you better not. You got to stay as far away from a scandal as you possibly can. But all right, man, we got one last topic to end it off. I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but it's good news for the person. NBA Youngboy to reportedly get off house arrest today and can finally move around freely after 4 long years. In 2023, Youngboy said, "The day I walk out of this door is going to be a whole lot of doing. We doing a whole lot of shit."
He couldn't perform when he was in the house, could he?
I don't think so. But then he just go back to jail. Not too long ago, he went to jail again while on house arrest. Now you finna be off of it with probation.
Yeah, so you're right. He still got to be on probation at least.
Yeah, but it's like, how you like house arrest is worse than probation. Like, usually a motherfucker might be on probation, then they violate, then they put your ass on house arrest. like, but he was on house arrest, then went to jail for something. How the fuck you go to jail on house arrest? Shit, but like I say, like shit, we don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Hopefully he stay out of trouble, but he's still young, so he ain't like he 32.
Yeah.
So he might have a little more fucking up to do. He ain't like Young Thug, 32, 33. He just went through his whole little thing, so he probably ain't trying to get fucked up at all no more. Like, he probably try to run a straight and narrow. But hopefully he stay out, man. You know, them Youngboy fans been waiting on new music. You know?
Yeah, Young Thug 33.
Yeah. So he's probably trying to stay out of trouble from now on, hopefully. But this nigga right here, like 26 or something like that. You know, he got some more fucking up he might need to do. He might gotta do, but hopefully not, you know.
Young Thug 33 and he got 15 years probation. It's a wrap for the street shit.
15 years probation.
He
probably got, I don't know if he probably got like 8 years. Or a lot of times they give you early termination in half the time. But he might not have early termination. I don't know. But a lot of times if you got a year probation, you can qualify for early termination in 6 months. If you do all the quality thing, everything you need to, like, you paid your fees and know if you had community service or whatever, if you done completed all that little stuff like that, a lot of the times they'll let you off early. But I don't know. They might make him do the whole 15 though. I don't know.
It might be different in Georgia.
I don't know. Florida usually worse than everybody else. You know, shit, Florida. Like I say, in Florida, they have to be in jail right now. It wouldn't have been no trial. Fuck all that shit. They would have been dead to rights when they went to jail. See, they took them niggas to jail prematurely. They ain't have all their ducks in a row. It'd have been Florida. Oh, they would have had all the ducks in a row. It wouldn't have been no nothing. That shit, they'd have been in jail. Nigga, everybody would have took plea deals with jail time. Fuck probation. It'd have been jail time for everybody. Florida would have not fucked this up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know the saying for Florida: you come on vacation and leave on probation. That's the saying for Florida. You're going down, you bring your ass down here bullshit. Cause see, people come from other places, and other places more lenient. Let y'all do that little stupid shit y'all was doing. Not here. You're going down. For real, there wouldn't even been no case, no trial, no nothing. They would have went to jail, and that'd have been the end of it. For real. But, you know, hopefully NBA, you know, can run a tight, I don't know. It just don't seem right saying tight, narrow, and NBA Youngboy in the same sentence. But, hey, he gonna be out. Y'all, maybe we gonna get some new NBA Youngboy music. Hopefully, it's some good music, because I know that Rich's Op was not good. But, hey, man, that's the last topic of the day. StackNWood podcast, man. We still figuring things out, man. We're trying to make things better. You know? But we ain't gonna stop coming with these topics and these opinions and these talks. You know what I'm saying? We on all platforms. Now Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Holla at us. We out.